What is net neutrality? Net neutrality is the principle that ISPs treat all content equally and not give preference to some digital content providers. That means the consumer can load every website, app, video, GIF, etc., equally, regardless of where the content is hosted. For example, an ISP may not charge more for sites that stream movies or promote a specific agenda. This is also referred to as the open internet. What will happen to the internet now? Without the net neutrality rules, companies like AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon will be able to call all the shots and decide which websites, content and applications succeed. These companies can now slow down their competitors' content or block political opinions they disagree with. They can charge extra fees to the few content companies that can afford to pay for preferential treatment, relegating everyone else to a slower tier of service. The consequences will be particularly devastating for marginalized communities media outlets have misrepresented or failed to serve. People of color, the LGBTQ community, indigenous peoples, and religious minorities in the United States rely on the open internet to organize, access economic and educational opportunities, and fight back against systemic discrimination. Without net neutrality, how will activists be able to fight oppression? What will happen to social movements like the movement for Black Lives? How will the next disruptive technology, business, or company emerge if internet service providers let only incumbents succeed? When is net neutrality happening? The term net neutrality has been around since 2003 when a paper published in the Journal of Telecommunications and High Technology Law outlined the concept along with describing instances of abuse by telecom companies in the years preceding it. Since then a lot has happened with net neutrality. In 2004 the FCC outlined Internet Freedom Guidelines in an attempt to control the Internet without regulation, but by 2008 it was embroiled in a lawsuit with Comcast over the latter's throttling of BitTorrent traffic. In 2010 the FCC passed the FCC Open Internet Order, which codified net neutrality and placed restrictions on ISPs. By 2014 a case with Verizon hampered the FCC's enforcement authority when the D.C. Circuit Court ruled in Verizon's favor, saying that ISPs weren't classified as common carriers. Since then there has been a back-and-forth battle on classifying ISPs under Title II, or alternatively under Section 706. The Trump administration's pick to head the FCC, Ajit Pai, is an opponent of net neutrality and has backed the introduction of a bill before Congress to permanently restrict the FCC's ability to enforce net neutrality. If passed it will likely be signed into law by President Trump.